My father married me to the mafia boss to pay off his debts, but on our wedding night, the mafia boss brought another woman and warned me not to enter the room until they were done. The door slammed open, and a woman walked in. My eyes immediately locked on her. She wore a tight red dress, red hair to match, low-heeled stilettos. She ready to say something, but Darian burst through the door, slamming it shut behind him. The redhead was even more brazen, wrapping her arms around his neck and showering him with a kiss without a word. I stood frozen like a puppet, a wave of nausea washing over me. Meanwhile, Darian grinned wickedly, his large hands roaming unabashedly over her waist and hips. The woman glanced at me sideways and asked who I was. Darian scoffed dismissively, as if discussing some insignificant piece of trash, saying I was just a new addition to the family. The redhead rolled her eyes. Darian added insult to injury, saying I was late because of the wedding, and since I was just a gift from my father to settle a debt, it didn't matter. Those words pierced my heart like poison. I glared at him, but he didn't even spare me a glance. His eyes were fixed on the redhead, who was arm in arm with me, grinning as they walked towards the bedroom. Just as she stepped inside, he abruptly turned away, coldly uttering, "Don't step into the bedroom until he's finished." I stood there alone, wondering if this was all a bizarre nightmare. I slumped onto the sofa, rubbing my throbbing temples, and asked the maid, Tina, if it was all real. Tina could only sigh helplessly, comforting me that I'd get used to it. I sat there, listless, listening to the sounds from the bedroom, until the redhead emerged, satisfied, gave me a contemptuous smile, and strode away. I got up and walked to that humiliating door, knocked lightly, and pushed it open. Darian, wearing glasses, was typing on his computer, completely ignoring me. I sat awkwardly on the edge of the bed. Even though I didn't need permission to go back to my parents' house to get some clothes, I inexplicably blurted out, but he didn't even lift an eyelid, completely ignoring me. I wanted to take a shower to calm down, but all the other doors in this damned house were locked. Luckily, Tina lent me her bathroom. After a quick shower, I hesitated for a long time before finally returning to the bridal chamber. The moment I stepped inside, I saw Darian standing there completely naked, his perfect body a sculpted sight, assaulting my senses. My cheeks burned with shock, and I frantically turned and rushed back into the hallway. Annoyed that I hadn't knocked, I hesitated before going in again. He had already changed into his pajamas, pointed to the wardrobe, and coldly said those were clothes prepared for me. Then, he snapped the light off, plunging me into darkness. I anxiously asked him to leave a light on, but he curtly refused, telling me to go sleep on the sofa if I didn't want to. Resigned, I grabbed my pillow and fled this suffocating space, falling asleep on the large sofa with a self-deprecating laugh. The morning sunlight stung my eyes, and I realized I was already in a nightmare. Throwing back the blanket, I felt disgusted. Since Tina wasn't there, I had no choice but to steel myself and go back to that room to get my clothes. I cautiously pushed open the half-closed door, finding it empty. Just as I breathed a sigh of relief and sat down on the edge of the bed, I heard steady footsteps behind me. Turning around, I saw Darian standing in the doorway, his eyes sharp as knives, demanding to know where I'd been all night.